Hello and welcome back to our Palworld playthrough. Today we are here ready to go ahead and have our revenge match against the final boss. Last time we did go ahead and we gave ourselves a good go at the Faybreak Tower. I feel like I learned a lot in that attempt. We didn't win. I did dodge everything for a very long time. We just didn't have the DPS was basically the main issue. I believe I have a solution to that. First of all, we still have Wagyu. Okay, Wagyu is amazing. Wagyu was great. If we keep Wagyu alive, that would be very helpful. But I did also go ahead and get ourselves a Ragnarhawk all bred and ready to go. This Ragnarhawk has the same ability as Wagyu, where when we are riding it, it will change our attacks to fire type attacks, which will be very, very helpful because it is an ice type boss. I have gone ahead and made this pal basically just a tank. Okay, we have Burly Body for 20% defense, we have Diamond Body for 30% defense. Legend gives us 20% defense and a 15% move speed increase, which does help us dodge attacks, which is relevant. And we also have Swift for a 30% increase to our movement speed to dodge attacks. So 45% move speed and like 70% defense. So we can see we have 1,849 defense. I'm sure we'll get like 2-shot rather than 1-shot. Who knows? Who is shooting over here? Syndicate? Excuse me, I'm trying to explain things. Listen, bud. No. Stop it. Bad. Leave the little thwacks alone. But yeah, Ragnarhawk is going to be one big help, obviously, for getting our DPS up. I'm going to keep the assault rifle on us because it was like roughly enough damage. But I do also have the rocket launcher to deal damage with. And I got a schematic for a level 2 guided missile launcher from the Sakurajima oil rig. So my plan is going to be to craft one of these, make a bunch of missiles, and bring that as well, and we'll test the DPS against the boss. I know, testing DPS against the boss is a little bit scary, but I want to test the DPS against the boss with the missile launcher compared to the assault rifle, because obviously the missile launcher is a lot further into the tech tree. It is a level 55 weapon compared to the assault rifle, which is like 45? Yeah, 45. So it's a good bit later into the tech tree. Hopefully that matters. I'll also make the advanced shield, as that will also help. Our armor is decent. We won't need to change anything on that, but I'll also make the shield as well if I can get a little bit more hexalite. And that is going to be one big help. Another big help is going to be the fact that I have gone ahead and I've bred another gobfin. Well, I say bred. I basically just caught a ton of them. Okay, they're really not too hard to catch when you have high-level spheres. So I went around and threw a bunch of spheres, getting the back shot bonus against all the gobfins. So I'll have 3 of these in my party, Wagyu and Ragnarhawk as my main mount, and Wagyu in case things go wrong and I need fire damage and Ragnarhawk dies. That's my plan. That's my plan. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So, better weapons, better pals, more defensive pals, and hopefully just a better strategy going in. For right this second, though, we need to actually go ahead and make the guided missile launcher, which I do have all the stuff for. You can see the stuff on the right over here. It's not super expensive. I have all of this stuff very easily. I have been kind of leaving my game running a lot lately. I've done a lot of high-level expeditions, which gives us a lot of cores and expedition things. Just a lot of useful stuff. It's pretty worth doing, especially when you have a lot of highly condensed pals, as they add so much firepower to the expeditions. It is crazy. A multi... Wait, I didn't realize. Oh no. Wait, I've made a mistake. This is regular guided missile launcher. I actually misread this. I thought this was multi-guided. I don't know if that's going to be higher DPS, actually. Guided missile launcher is still level 55. I don't actually see multi-guided missile launcher in here. I did not realize these were 2 different things, honestly. I thought there was only multi-guided missile launcher. I didn't realize there was regular. This is probably not stronger in that case. The multi-guided missile launcher is higher DPS because there's multiple that can be stored, so you reload 4 at a time. Unlike, for example, the regular rocket launcher where you reload 1 at a time. I think guided missile launcher is only reloaded 1 at a time. Have I crafted this and been silly? This is 7,375 attacks. This is worse than rocket launcher. It does have auto-aim to an extent. I mean, it tracks. So that does help. But it's not going to have a bunch of them that can be fired at once. Okay. I'll keep it in my inventory as an option. If we feel like the rocket launcher is just not worth it, we could try this. There's no downside to having it in our inventory, other than it weighs a bit, but I mean, our weight is insane because of the elixirs, so I'm not too worried about having it in our inventory. We can just bring some missiles and see how it goes. I did kind of goof on that one, though. Alternatively to the multi-guided missile launcher that I thought I had, I also have another guided missile launcher in here. I did get a legendary grenade launcher schematic. I don't know if this would be worth crafting. Annoyingly, you can't see the damage. Well, I mean, you can't see the damage on the recipe. You can see the damage when you go to craft it, can you not? 4,500 attack. Again, it's like just over a third of our rocket launcher. So while it's decent, I mean, the rocket launcher just seems so much better. It might be able to be fired a lot faster, though. I don't know. I've never made any of the grenade launchers or used them before. So I don't know if this is worth making. It is a legendary schematic, which makes me feel like I should make it. But also, the idea of a grenade launcher is, you know, to explode an AoE, right? It's not super helpful against one gigantic target boss that we're going to fight, right? There's no little ads that we need to deal with or anything like that. It's probably not worth crafting for 405 plasteel. So hopefully, me slightly messing up with the schematics isn't going to cause any issues in my plan to win today, right? Surely not. At the end of the day, a legendary assault rifle plus the guided missile launcher, I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, I've made a little bit of missile ammo. I'm actually going to do something smart for once. And I'm going to go ahead and test the DPS on a weaker boss. And we're just going to figure things out. I'm going to go to... Honestly, it can be a very weak boss. Maybe we'll go to, like, the Lylene fight. We'll try hitting with, like, 1 round of assault rifle. And we'll see how much damage that does to the boss. The boss might honestly die to 1 round of assault rifle, which will be fine. I believe we can refight immediately. So we'll try it with the assault rifle. We'll try it with the rocket launcher. And we'll try it with the guided missile launcher. And we'll see which one is fastest. Okay. First up, we're going in with the assault rifle. Okay. I'm going to ride Ragnarok because that's part of our strategy anyway. So I want to be familiar with it. And we're going to see roughly how quickly this thing just dies. We can skip this cutscene, sorry. Alright, we get on, we mount, we ride. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, right, well, we gotta hit the target. Okay. Although missing is also something that has to be factored in, right? That is something that will happen. But 1,500 per shot, very, very fast fire rate. I can always watch this back to see exactly how fast that kill was and to get an idea. So while I'm not 100% certain right now, because I was in the moment and I wasn't looking at the timer, I was too busy looking at shooting a face. It's fine. All right. This is a little bit of a waste of ammo, though, something to also consider, as my ammo isn't super high right now. We don't have a ton, but we have enough. Alright, so from 1,700 damage a shot to 23,000. It is a long reload. 33,000. That is quite a variation. Maybe I didn't headshot the first time. Okay. For 33,000, that's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. I'm curious how the guided missile does compared to the rocket launcher, more so than comparing it to the assault rifle. I'm also curious just how this fires in general. I imagine it's pretty similar to the rocket launcher, but who knows? Alright, we mount. Bam. How quick is the reload? Oh, there is auto tracking. The reload... quicker. Certainly quicker. Certainly quicker. Less damage. Has a massive drop-off. So I can't really target weak points with it, which is a problem. It is a problem. Although, to be fair, I should focus more on dodging during the fight anyway. So just having some auto tracking so I can focus on dodging and stay alive does help with DPS in a way. So it will be worth considering. I think this is another good alternative to bring. I actually think Assault Rifle might genuinely be the best DPS from that. Or at least that's what it looked like. As long as I'm hitting my shots anyway. Also, as a note for anyone that wasn't aware or may have forgotten, you can buy ammo at this merchant in Dune Shelter. The earlier ammos anyway. Which means we can buy an absolute ton of assault rifle ammo. I'm going to buy another 862, just so I don't have to even think about it. I don't want to be thinking, oh no, what if I run out of ammo in the middle of the fight? I want to be able to just spray and pray. Well, spray and aim hopefully very well and pray. The saying has been ruined. And then the last thing I think we need to prepare is food, which we brought Russia hot dogs last time. And I don't know if they made even a little bit of difference. I'm thinking maybe we bring some beefier attack food for us. Maybe we bring like 2 mozzarella cheeseburgers. Love me a bees churger. So I'm thinking we grab these and we bring these for us to boost our damage. It is nighttime, so I don't think guys are going to melt this. Kind of weird that it's my cake baker. He's awake when he shouldn't be. Yeah, we'll get this crafted and then we'll put Russia hot dogs onto the Ragnarok that we're riding to boost its defense even further. And it has beefy defense, so it should be a pretty noticeable increase. Whereas when it was on our chiller didn't have very good defense to begin with. Okay, 2 cheeseburgers for us. I'm going to move my salad off of my auto-eat bar, as my aim is to put these onto my auto-eat bar for me. And then these will go for our pal. I don't know if we'll need all 4. Depends on how much damage they take, I guess. I think if they take more damage, they'll probably need to heal more, but the idea is that we get Russia hot dogs so that Ragnarok stays healthy. I haven't upgraded my shield because it takes a lot of civilization cores that I actually don't have right now, as I use them for crafting other things because I was silly. That's fine. We don't need a shield if we just dodge well, right? Simple. So let's go ahead and give this a go. If we need to give it a second go, that's fine. It's been 2 weeks since I last actually attempted this. And 2 weeks ago, I felt confident. However, I've now forgotten most of the moves again, so there might be a little bit of a learning curve that we need to go through once more. We will see. I did not bring my right pals. That would have been bad. Because we, in fact, want all of these gobfin. I want my Ragnarok primarily. I want my Wagyu good old Chillet as a backup. And then I want all of these gobfins Vanguard boosted with their max condensation to boost our damage. We did just test our damage on that Lylene without the gobfins, which is fine. I mean, the damage was to compare the weapons, not to see what our maximum output was. So hopefully our maximum output is crazy now. I don't remember if the food buffs were applying even before I went in. That's something that I didn't really check last time. I didn't check if the food buffs were still on, but I have extra food. If I need to pop another attack buff, that's fine. I think it should just last a set amount of time. So I'm going to start with Assault Rifle. Might be a mistake, just first and foremost, but I'm going to start with Assault Rifle. I'm going to eat cheeseburger, and I'm going to have a hot dog on Ragnarok. Okay, that's what we're going in with. And we're going to give this another go. And I'll let the cutscene play out again. The boss deserves it. It wrecks me. It gets another cutscene. Another cool appearance. I forgot how wide I am. Go ahead, show me your wannabe bear tick. Okay, we're all thinking it. Maybe it's just me that's thinking it. I'm gonna load in, and I'm going to take a moment to breathe. Alright, let's get on Ragnarok, and let's start gunning him down. 700 per hit. That is respectable. Can I dodge this? Yes, I can dodge that very well. That's very good. I can shoot him. I feel confident with that DPS. I do. I do, in fact, feel confident with that DPS. Being able to fly, also very good for dodging a lot of these attacks that I couldn't dodge on Chillet. I actually feel so much more confident right now. Just by having Ragnarok more than anything else. I feel like Chillet is still probably a pal that you could do this with. However, this feels much more comfortable. And that is nice. This feels like a whole different fight, honestly. Even if I'm not getting the crits, it's still very good damage. I have plenty of ammo. We are good to just go ahead and do that. Let's try the multi-guided missile launcher. I'm curious what the damage is like. 7k is okay. I do feel like the assault rifle is like triple that though. I really do. Rocket launcher, 9.6. That's not a crit. That's not a crit. I want to see what a crit does. Just go around. Aim up high. 10k. The number wasn't red. I don't know if that was a crit either, to be honest. I go higher. I can't go higher. Can I aim from above? Kaboom. 11k. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to crit with the rocket launcher. Regardless, we are absolutely tearing through. Ragnarok is still very healthy, even after taking some water type hits, which is very nice. Very nice. We do not have any real resistance to the water type moves that this thing has with its like Aqua Burst and Aqua Laser, so we do resist the ice though. So the ice I'm not too worried about. It's also hitting Ragnarok rather than hitting me. Whereas on Chillet, I feel like a lot of the attacks were hitting me also. Just flying over the iceberg, though. That's the honestly biggest game changer. Because I'm terrible at dodging that. But yeah, below half health. 7.5 minutes on the clock still. Honestly, we could even swap to Chillet for a little bit just to let Ragnarok heal. Which I don't hate the idea of. I'll let it heal. Sure, let's get on Wagyu. This is how I die. This is how I get killed, right? And then we lose the fight, despite Ragnarok being incredibly good to me. But the damage is insane. I mean, 700 damage-ish per shot. Absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about much at all. I now just know the fight better as well. All right, now that I've like seen some things, I feel a lot more comfortable in the fight. Just in general. Just having that first go being like a trial period honestly is important too. Being able to just dodge this, felt smooth. We're all good. Wagyu is attacking, which I wasn't planning to do, but you know what? You go. You go, Chillet. I feel like we could do this on Chillet. The extra Gobfin is honestly probably a large part of the help. And the fact that I didn't give up so soon. I did feel like we were lacking DPS last time I came in here, but this time I'm not feeling like that at all. quick nimble dodges out of the Ganyu burst from Genshin Impact. I said the exact same thing last time, and it's the first thing that popped into my head again when I saw that attack again. Getting him pretty low. You know what? I made this thing, so I'm gonna finish him with the guided missile launcher, just so I feel like I made this for a reason, even though I definitely didn't need to. Nimble dodges. I do want to kind of fire this around a corner and see if it'll take him out. The style kill. The style kill. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Nice. Okay, and that gets us our final boss down. Good job, Wagyu. Good job, Ragnarhawk. Good job, Gobfins. Although Gobfins, I don't feel as happy about having. But that felt very, very good. We will claim our last fast travel point as our reward. And that is the final main tower boss of Palworld complete. Which leaves us with a decision to make. Because that is not the last thing that we can do in the game. However, it does feel like a fitting end. So, I'm going to leave it up to you guys that are watching. I understand that Palworld is not as popular as it was a year ago to watch anyway. To play, I understand there's still a lot of communities playing the game. But in terms of viewership, the viewership for Palworld has not been great. And I want to be transparent about that. I am fine with continuing to do Palworld stuff. I'm fine with doing the upcoming raids solo, and I'm fine with going and attempting the oil rig, which I can actually see over there. I didn't actually know exactly where it was, but it is over there. I'm fine with doing all of that and recording it and uploading it the same way that this whole thing has been so far. Or we can wrap things up here. I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments to basically ask for more. If you want to see more and you want to see the raids, please go ahead and let me know. I'm going to do them regardless. I just don't know whether to record them or not. I'm going to do them. However, I could also do them with some friends off screen, not recording, in a very different environment. But I am completely fine with recording it as well. I just want to be transparent on that I want to know if people want to watch it, basically, to make it nice and simple. We did do the Bellinor raid, and the Bellinor raid felt pretty chill. I wasn't really afraid that we were going to lose the Bellinor raid at any point during our attempt against it, and it felt reasonably easy. I don't know if the other raids are going to be similar. My plan would be very, very similar to going into it. I have already bred a bunch of Yormantides with some good stats on them with Demon God, Legend, Serenity, and Musclehead. I just have to level them all up, which takes a good bit of time and stuff like that. But I am in the process of preparing for those raids, and then there's obviously the oil rig as well to go ahead and get our last weapons. Although when we've already done the final boss, getting the extra weapons isn't really something I care too much to farm for until a future update. So we'll see. For now, though, I feel like that is a good place to wrap things up. Again, please go ahead and let me know if you would like to see the upcoming raids, or I should say, the released raids for Xenogard and Blazemut, and let me know if you want to see the oil rig attempted. Well, if not, then I will come back to Palworld when there is a new update. Will probably be my plan. I don't plan on abandoning Palworld altogether. I just want to know whether people want to see the raids or wait until there is a new update with a new island to explore. Go ahead, let me know. If you guys have enjoyed this episode for now, though, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado,